Good evening. This is Mr. Bravo welcoming you to Global Affairs tonight. We ask a crucial question. Can diplomacy underpinned by unyielding pressure and a turbulent past redefine one of the world's most contentious relationships? As we step into early year 2025, join me for in-depth exploration of U.S. Iran relations, a saga marked by a decade of mistrust, confrontation, and the constant hope for reconciliation. A diplomatic venture with high stakes. Trump direct appeal. On March 5th, President Donald Trump sent a direct letter to Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, urging Tehran to enter renewed negotiations over its nuclear program. In his letter, Trump outlined his vision for a verified nuclear peace agreement that would allow Iran to prosper peacefully. Yet he was unambiguous. Should negotiation falter, military options remain on the table. Just days later, Tehran responded through Oman, firmly rejecting direct talks with under the high weights of United States sanctions and escalating military threats. However, Iran President Masoud Pezeshkian confirmed that indirect negotiation could still provide a path forward. Maximum pressure and the threat of force. Bombing and secondary tariff, the new ultimatum. In a stark and unprecedented move during an NBC News interview, President Donald Trump warned if they do not make a deal, there will be bombing, and it will be bombing the likes of which they have never seen before. It was also suggested that if Tehran continues its defiance, his administration will impose secondary tariffs on Iranian oil, reminiscent of similar measures from the first term. The dual threat of military action and the economic isolation has intensified international anxiety as the high stake trauma unfolds. Nuclear ambitions and international alarm. Iran nuclear program, a double-edged sword. While Tehran maintains that its nuclear ambitions are solely for civilian energy, recent intelligence indicated that Iran's uranium enrichment level have surged to over 60% purity, alarming close to the weapon grade. Analysts warn that this rapid advance could tip the regional balance of power and spark further instability. The development carries added significance given the historical context, once a cornerstone of the 2015 nuclear deal, which promised sanction relief in return for curb of Iran nuclear activities. The agreement unrevealed after the U.S. Exited in 2018. Since then, Iran enrichment has accelerated, raising through questions about Tehran's true intentions. A look back at tumultuous history. To fully understand today's crisis, we must revisit the pivotal event that have shaped U.S. Iran relations. The 1953 coup. The 1953, a covert operation orchestrated by U.S. and Britain intelligence, overthrew Iran diplomatically elected Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh, motivated by the concern over nationalized oil and Cold War fears. The coup sowed deep-seated mistrust towards Western interventions, a sentiment that still resonates in Iran's today. The 1979 revolution and hostage crisis. The Islamic Revolution toppled the pro-Western Shah and ushered in Ayatollah Khamenei era. Shortly thereafter, militant students stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, taking 52 American hostage for 444 days. This traumatic event served diplomatic ties and cemented a legacy of bitterness, framed the U.S. as a long-time adversary in the Iranian narrative. A decade of Iran-Iraq War, 1980. to 1988. Following the revolution, Iran was drawn into a devastating war with neighboring Iraq, a conflict marked by swift casualties and widespread destruction. During this period, while the United States offered indirect support to Iraq, Iran resolved to defend its sovereignty hardened, shaping its future strategic decisions and its approach to international relations. The 2015 nuclear deal and its aftermath. The Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action (JCPOA) in 2015 was hailed as a breakthrough offering Iran relief from crippling sanctions in exchange for limiting its nuclear program. However, the United States withdrawal from the deal in 2019 under President Trump led to swift reimposition of sanctions and dramatic acceleration in uranium enrichment. This reversal not only eroded trust but also deepened the divide, setting the stage for today's escalating tension. Each of these episodes have left an indelible mark on the U.S. Iran relationship, contributing to a legacy of conflict, mistrust, and intermittent attempts at reconciliations. Today's developments are simply the latest chapter in the long, complex narrative. Global alliance and strategic calculations. The emerging geopolitical chessboard beyond the immediate US-Iran dynamic, new alliances are emerging that could redefine global power structures. US intelligence now warned of a growing alignment among Iran, Russia, China, and North Korea. A coalition that could change American interests worldwide. The evolving axis not only complicates the nuclear debate but also underscores that the stakes extended far beyond the Middle East. As we navigating these turbulent waters, the lesson from the history remains clear. Past grievances and the conflicts continue to shape today's choices. President Donald Trump's aggressive outreach and the reimposition of maximum pressure tactics signal a moment of reckoning, a critical juncture where the promise of the peaceful resolution hangs precautiously alongside the threat of military confrontation. Tonight we stand at a crossroads, a decision made in the coming days, whether they steer us towards renewed diplomacy or descend into conflict will not only redefine US Iran relations but will also reverberate across the global stage. Thank you for joining me on Global Affairs tonight. This is Mr. Bravo. Stay informed, stay tuned, stay engaged, and stay awake. Good night.